Welcome back, everyone. This is Nate from Nate's Here and There. I am coming to you from Chestnut Hill Cemetery here in Salisbury, North Carolina. I thought I'd walk around their cemetery. I'm gonna let you know this thing. This thing is huge. Let me show you. I'm just walking into the gate. This thing is humongous. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this thing in one part. This thing reaches, I mean, this is bigger than the Quaker cemetery. But if you want to see me do the whole thing, if you want to see the whole cemetery, go to my Patreon page and get signed up and do a request over there, where I take requests for large cemeteries just like this. And if you want to support the channel, please do so. I leave my Cash App and my PayPal in the links of the channel. And if you want to like, share, comment, subscribe, please do so. With all that said, let us begin. Let's grab a chair on this day the Lord has made. Sit back and enjoy. The first one I walk up to is Daniel Hill McGuire. I cannot pronounce it. M-C-Q-U-A-G-E. But 1869 and 1931. And here is Joe H. Thompson, 1884 to 1943. And Maddie M. Thompson, 1885 and 1977. And here's Maud M. Newman Pierce, wife belong of Spencer Pierce, 1886 to 1937. And here's Spencer Pierce, 1875 till 1944. And I love how they did the writing on it. I love that. And this is D-I-R-G-A-N-I-A Pierce, beloved life of 1921 to 1984. And here's J.A. Walker Whitaker, 1880 to 1930. I got to go over here for this one. M.L. Lank Lemmy, 1882 to 1957. Thomas Edwards, son of M.O. and Maggie Bridges, 1916 to 1930. Oh, he was young. And I finally found my first military, Frank Wilford Bridges, Master Sergeant, U.S. Army, 1918 to 1991. Thank you for your service. Now, if you watched any of my videos, you know in the video, if I find a military, like right here, I will stay on it for a while. And the reason I do that is because I'm paying tribute. It's kind of like a moment of silence. So don't click off the video. Now this is a unique name right here. E.J.B. Christensen, 1882 to 1947. Viola Shepherd Christensen, 1884 to 1931. And this is Agnes Pauline Baylock, U.S. Army, World War II, 1914 and 2005. I think I found my first woman in the military. But thank you for your service. And here's Roscoe Lee Lemmy, U.S. Army, 1903 to 1976. And thank you for your service. Here's William B. Garrett, North Carolina Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II, 1924 to 1972. Thank you for your service. And this is pretty unique right here. This is Julius Monroe Miller, 1876 to 1930. His wife, Laura Etta Knotts, Anoons, 1877 to 1954. I just like the headstone. That's what I was meaning, it was unique. Here's Hatch Henry Beck, 1880 to 1956. Minnie E. Wilson, the wife of Hatch Beck, 1881 to 1931. And this is a pretty unique name right here. I'm trying to get to zoom in. There we go. Alvin Alonzo Rowe, 1867 to 1939. And his wife, Dorsey Sinsett, but they don't have a birthday or a death. And here's William McKinley Burns, PFC, U.S. Army, Medical Corps, World War I, 1896 to 1980. Thank you for your service. Here's Cornelius Franklin Klein, 1886 to 1964. It's his wife, Elisa May Hegler, 1889 to 1923. Here's Jim Conrad Gillen, 1933 to 2023. And he was a United Methodist clergy, which he was a pastor. Thank you for your service in the Lord. Here's Mary Jane Cress, 1852 to 1933. And William A. Daniel, 1887 to 1957. Here's John Spencer Limmerly, North Carolina Staff Sergeant, Company K, 313th Infantry, World War II, 1919 and 1966. Thank you for your service. Here's Jack Thomas Limley, North Carolina Private, U.S. Army, World War II. He was a doctor, Ph. 1924 to 1944. 20 years old. How can he be a doctor? He's only 20 years old. But thank you for your service. And here's Rowan Howard, 1867 to 1921. His wife, Josephine Rex, 1874 to 1925. And here's Luther B. Boone, Private, U.S. Army, World War I, 1893 to 1976. Thank you for your service. Here's William Franklin Shives, 1884 to 1965. And Pearl Daisy Jordan, this is his wife, 1889 to 1920. Here's William H. Shives, 1872 to 1941. Ida Weaver Shives, 1875 to 1954. And this one you got going on the other side. H.A. Shives, 1857 to 1919. Margaret This is his wife, Margaret Isabel Lucas. 1858 till 1932. I think it's the oldest one I found so far. Here's John A. Parks, 1883 till 1938, and his wife, Fannie J. Parks, 1878 till 1956. And here is Sally Eddyman Leonard, 1866 to 1910. Tycie Eleanor Leonard, wife of Benjamin Plummer, 1891 to 1962. And this is the Kirk family. Starts right here. William Lewis Kirk, 1868 to 1913. Etta Alice Kirk, 1872 to 1916. Alice E. Kirk, 1845 to 1934. Henry C. Kirk, it's the father, 1845 to 1932. I think it's the oldest one I found so far. And this right here is the Burke family. Irene B. Sobrano, 1906 to 1980. Effie Stone Burke, 1881 to 1959. Robert P. Burke, 1877 to 1926. W. P. Billy Burke, 1917 to 2013. And here is Ernest Thurman Kessler, U.S. Army, World War II, 1902 to 1988. Thank you for your service. And here's Daisy B. Kessler, 1899 to 1985. Otto L. Kessler, 1906 to 1970. I'm serious, that's what it says. OTTO. Lula F. Plummer, 1870 to 1930. Harry L. Plummer, 1866 to 1953. Here's Vincent A. Fleming, PRTR3, U.S. Navy, World War II, 1919 and 1984. Thank you for your service. Here's William Eli Harkley, 1874 to 1949. Eva L. Effred, the wife, this is his wife, 1874 to 1938. This is Novella Underwood, the wife of W.A. Hefner, 1897 to 1983. And this is W.A. Hefner, 1891 to 1945. There's W.E. Daniel, 1870 to 1929. Ida V. Julian, 1885 to 1944. There's W.T.C. White, 1899 or 1891, 1938. And this is his wife, or Linda. I'm serious. E. Messimer, 1894 to 1985. Well, that's a good long life. Here's May Carter Messimer, 1898 to 1963. Eli Cross, 1866 to 1929. Here's Daisy Hargrave Cross, 1873 to 1936. Willie Cross Hess, 1895 to 1979. And Maudie Cross, 1893 to 1991. Here's Walter Watson, 1868 to 1929. And this is his wife, Era Nocoma Mills, 1878 to 1945. And here's Ralph A. Letts, North Carolina, Private First Class, Marine Corps, World War I, 1896 to 1965. Thank you for your service. Here's Samuel Lee Hall, U.S. Army, 1906 to 1981. Thank you for your service. Here's Frank M. Trexler, 1906 to 1929. Charlotte Melinda Hoffner, 1843 to 1945. Here's Clyde Edward Spencer, U.S. Navy, World War II, 1921 to 1990. Thank you for your service. Here's Fanny L. Elam, 1884 to 1945. Reuben Elam, 1880 to 1951. And here's Drew L. Parker, 1866 to 1945. And this is his wife, Josie H. Hatchcock, 1875 to 1938. And here's Adam Luther Ritchie, 1868 to 1930. And it's his wife, Nancy Ann Benson, 1872 to 1957. There's Dolphus Elam, 1878 to 1929. I know I butchered it. I didn't name them. Here's Mary Lou Elam, 1877 to 1937. And here's George C. Anderson, 1873 to 1929. Isabel Burney, the wife of George C. Anderson, 1882 to 1937. Here's Lester Hilliard Slate, U.S. Navy, World War II, 1907 to 1989. Thank you for your service. Here's Thomas Hicks Grubb Sr., North Carolina, Private Company E4, World War I, 1889 to 1959. Thank you for your service. And here's Rosa Maggie Brooks, wife of J.A. Brooks, 1896 to 1934. And I don't see his headstone anywhere. And here's Bob Jones Jr., 1886 to 1949. This is the mother of Bob, Maddie Robertson, the wife of J.W. Jones, 1851 to 1929. Here's James B. Albridge, 1888 to 1952. Bessie Albridge, 1891 to 1938. Maggie Gennard Hall, 1886 to 1928. Madison Hall, 1872 to 1939. Here's Flora B. Holzhauser, the wife of Lucian Smith and William Fisher Rivas, 1896 to 1990. Here's Carrie Floyd, the wife of Grover Lemmy, 1891 to 1971. And here's Grover Lemmy, 1886 to 1937. Here's James Russell Laughlin, U.S. Army, World War II, 1918 to 1992, beloved. Thank you for your service. And here's the Thomas R. Shaver, 1877 to 1955. His wife, Sarah Isabel Shaver, 1879 to 1938. And here is James Franklin Smith, 1883 till 1963. And his wife, Mary Etta Williams Smith, 1883 to 1938. Here's William H. Yates, 1886 to 1968. Here's his wife, Mary Shavers, 1889 till 1956. Here's Oscar H. Allen, 1886 to 1928. Sarah F. Allen, 1866 to 1929. John L. Boyd, 1883 to 1928. Mary E. Boyd, 1886 to 1960. Here's Theo E. Swicegood, 1875 to 1928. It's his wife, Peachy A. Alexandra, 1876 to 1955. And here's William B. Hill, 1876 to 1960. And his wife, Julia Cope Hill, 1880 to 1939. And here's Darby Wright Badger, 1890 to 1950. Myrtle Brown Badger, 1888 till 1977. And here's Marshall Mask, 1888 to 1953. And his wife, Lottie Plummer Mask, 1889 till 1987. Here's Frank R. Ira Deliverux. I'm serious. I cannot believe that. 1863 to 1953. This is his wife, Sarah Renee Witcher, 1854 till 1928. There's Thomas E. Conley, 1869 till 1927. Rachel Rachel Dawson, the wife of Thomas Conley, 1877 to 1944. And here's John A. Hess, 1875 to 1941. Cora Lee Hess, 1881 till 1930. And I think that's going to do it for this one. We walked around the cemetery here in Salisbury. I hate to say it, I kind of forgot the cemetery name. It's so big, But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see a part 2 or a part 3 or part 4 or whatever, go to my Patreon page and sign up. Get yourself signed up, and I'll take requests over there. With all that said, be safe, God bless, and we'll catch you on the next one. And remember to let go and let God. Bye now.